Welcome to this episode, Marinara Sauce. This is a really key sauce that you probably remember eating as a child and still love to this day. And you can do so many things with this sauce, but I'm going to teach you how to make marinara sauce. Let's start with our canned tomato marinara. You will need one 28-ounce can of tomatoes, preferably organic, and this is my very favorite brand if you happen to have it in your store. Otherwise, get San Marzano tomatoes from Italy. You'll need 2 cloves of very finely chopped garlic. You'll need some pepperoncino. You're going to use about 1/4 of a teaspoon, and then about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. And then get a couple of bay leaves. And that is it. That is all the ingredients that you need for the best marinara you're ever going to have in your life. Okay, so you could put your tomatoes in the food processor and just blend them a little bit, or squish them when you get them into your pot. But what I like to do to make it really perfect is to tear these apart and pull out the core, because the core is really kind of tough and it doesn't lend a good flavor to the tomato. And you saw how easily that came out. And so you just pull out the core and throw that away. Well, if the truth be told, I actually don't throw it away. I give all of that to my dogs. So after you finish doing that with your tomatoes, see how there's all of this great tomato stuff? Don't waste that. Take a little bit of water and just run it in here, and you're going to use this too in your marinara because it'll be a great flavoring for your sauce. Okay, go ahead and turn your pot on to about medium-high heat and put in the tablespoon of your olive oil. While your olive oil is cold, put your garlic in. You don't want to put your garlic in when your olive oil is hot because it will cook way too quickly. Then go ahead and put in your pepperoncino. Again, about 1/4 of a teaspoon, but that might be a little bit more. If you like it spicy, go ahead and add to that amount. Okay, and you'll notice that very quickly your garlic is going to start cooking. And this is when you need to watch this, because you don't want this to get brown. You do not want your garlic to cook too much, so just do it for a very short period of time, just until it gets a little tinge of yellow. Then from here, you're going to put in those tomatoes that we did earlier. And you are putting these tomatoes into hot oil, so be sure to step back a little bit because you could get splashed. Stir that around. And now we're also going to put in some of that tomato water that we put in earlier. We don't want to put it into the hot oil though, because it will splatter all over and it could hurt us. From here, put in a couple of bay leaves, and you're just going to let this cook where it's really kind of slowly bubbling. You don't want a vigorous boil, you just want to bring this back up to temperature and let it kind of slowly boil. Oh, excuse me, but a great thing to do while you're waiting for something to boil is to keep up your strength. You're also going to need to put in some salt, and I know that a lot of people have salt restrictions, so start with something like a 1/4 teaspoon, and then you can always put more salt, but you cannot take it out. So it's really important that you be careful with the amount of salt that you put in. But start with a 1/4 teaspoon. Some of you may want 1/2 teaspoon, but that should really be enough.
you.